All right, I'm going to be as quick as I can with this video today, you guys. Your assignment is in Study Island. All right, it is titled Friday 2/12, and that is the date for this assignment, and it's going to be 15 questions. Just do your best on these. Like I told you in school yesterday, I don't know if I'm grading all of these or how I'm doing it yet. I kind of just want to look at the performance and then make my decision based off of that. So Study Island randomizes the questions, sometimes the numbers. Your questions may not match this, but for my number 1, 2, and 3, I'm going to go through those as examples, and you can rewind, rewatch this. Hopefully it makes sense. So number 1 says, for me, Anna has some chickens in her backyard. She collects 1 egg daily for every chicken. So basically, she's collecting 1 egg daily for every chicken she has. Which of the following shows how the number of eggs, Y, changes as the number of chickens, X, changes? So we're talking 1 egg to 1 chicken. So we have a 1-to-1 ratio. So the X and the Y are going to be 1-to-1. So every time the X goes up 1, the Y goes up 1. Or I should say the X goes over 1, the Y goes up 1. So if I look at my first 2 graphs here, this would be 1 to 0. This would be 0 to 1. Those don't work. If I look at this one here, this would be 1 to 1, 2 to 2, which equals 1 to 1, 3 to 3, which equals 1 to 1. So it looks like Y works. And this last one here would be 0 to 2. That is not 1 to 1. My answer would be Y based on the information. Okay, for question 2. All right, for question 2, it says at Hamburger Heaven, they use 2 buns for every hamburger. So we have a ratio of 2 buns for 1 hamburger. The following shows how the number of buns Y changes as the number of hamburgers X change. So if I look at my axes here, and this is really important, the hamburgers are on my x-axis, okay, and the buns are on my y-axis. So since we graph x to y, I would suggest you sort of think of it as, even though the question says 2 buns to 1 hamburger, I would try to do a ratio of 1 to 2 because then it's the ordered pair. All right, so we're just going to plug these in. If I look at a point here, that is 1, 2. Which one of these would be true when you plug in 1 for x, you get 2 for y? We've done something similar to this when we graph the linear equations. If I do my first one, does 1 plus 2 equal 2? It does not. Does 2 times 2 equal 1? It does not. If I plug in 1 here, does 2 times 1 equal 2? That's supposed to be parentheses there. It does. Does 2 plus 2 equal 1? It does not, so my answer is C. These are the hardest ones. There's only a couple more of them. All right, finally, the Sleep Institute uses a machine to monitor the breathing patterns in patients while they are sleeping. The following graph shows the number of breaths taken by a patient in 1 hour. Based on the graph, how many total breaths did patient A take in 50 minutes? So here's my minutes. I find 50. I take it up. I'm going to go over with it, and I'm going to see what it lines up with as far as my number of breaths. Is it 900? Nope. Is it 600? Nope. 750? Looking good. 450? Nope. This is the kind of problem that you're going to see. These 3 problems, if you follow my video, if you rewind it, if you had questions and rewatch it, you should be good to do decent. I don't expect perfection on this. These are tough. There are 15 questions. I've gone through 3 of them. The rest of them should be very similar. You guys got this. Do great. Have a great weekend. I will see you next week.